Hello YouTube friends. Well, I want to do a video about fossils leather for a long time now because I've been really kind of disturbed at what I've witnessed, and in my opinion is a steep decline in the quality of the leather that Fossil uses, and they're still increasing the prices of their bags, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And they changed the names of the leather that they use so many times. I just don't understand it. So I just wanted to go over this with you, just with my own bags that I still have of Fossil. I also added a Fossil playlist. I'll try and link that at the end. And then you can see all the Fossil bags I've had through the years. But I can't believe I hadn't made a playlist yet because I do have a lot. But I just wanted to discuss this with you. And again, these are just my opinions. I'm not trying to trash Fossil, but it is something that I don't see brought up. And I think it's something that we need to discuss. So when I started buying Fossil bags, my first one was a Sydney, which is similar to this one. Sydney is the most popular as far as the planner community, and just a really loved bag. And I had it in brown, and I got it, it's kind of a tobacco brown, and I bought it used on eBay. And it was just so beautiful. It had the most beautiful burnished sheen to it. It had been loved and used, but the leather was exquisite. And so I continued to use it and love it, and I didn't overuse it because I have a lot of bags. And I am very careful with my bags. When I was done with it, I put it up in the shelf in my closet. And I got it down one day, and it looked like the leather had self-destructed. I don't know what happened to it. There was no moisture in the closet. No one got in and used that bag. It was in the same spot I had put it. But it looked like all of the leather had suddenly started to crinkle, and it didn't peel, but there were like parts of the finish missing. It looked like it had been dragged. It looked horrible. And honestly, no one took it out of that closet. I don't know what happened. I think it had just had enough and it died. So I got rid of that one. I bought another Sydney in black, and I bought that one new a few years ago, and I only used it like once. And so my mom needed a new black bag, and so I gave it to her. She loves it. And it was also the same leather that we're used to. Now this Rachel I got in 2019, and again, it's very similar to the Sydney, except it has different handles, and I love the color of this one. I believe this one was spruce. Very hard to find. I still love it. I still use it all the time. Look at that leather. Look at the sheen to it. This is something that, I've gotten used to. And I got this one in 2019. Looking back at my records, I paid $107 for this one. Now, they also have issue with using polyurethane parts on the bags and not telling us what those are. In this bag, it's obviously the handles and the strap. It also comes with a crossbody strap. Let me see on the bottom of this one. The bottom of this one, I believe, is also polyurethane. It's not the same texture as the bag. But the leather itself is beautiful. You can see the sheen to it. It's supple. And it was just marketed as just being leather. They didn't have a special name for this type of leather. So I'll get to this one later. Then the next one I bought is the Jolie. And again, as you can see, it really appears to be the same or similar type of leather. Really beautiful, nice grain to it. You can tell it's real leather, shiny. It gets more shiny the more I use it. I have used it now for, let's see, I got this one in 2022. So I've had this one a couple years, use it quite a bit. This is the Jolie baguette. And this is the first time I got one that was marketed as eco leather. Now, according to their website at the time, because I researched this, I did videos on it and shorts on it, the eco leather was just saying that it was how they sourced the cattle used for the bags from responsible farms. That's what they had said it was. So that was eco leather. And again, it still looked the same to me, so I was not upset by this type of leather being used. It's a beautiful bag, barely shows anywhere I've worn it a lot. So great bag. This leather did not disappoint me at all. And again, I believe the strap on this one is polyurethane because it is totally a different finish and it just feels stiff. So, but the bottom on this one seems to be the Echo leather as well. Beautiful. So still good at that point. So then I got the bag I'm currently using, and this was my first time I was disappointed with Fossil's leather. This is my Kingston satchel, and I've used this one to death. I have a lot of videos on it. This was my ride or die bag when I was moving houses, and it just held up great. But I was really disappointed in the leather for the first time when I saw it. Now this one I bought in 2023, and it just said leather. It didn't say what type of leather, it just said leather. So it's a beautiful bag. I believe the color was caramel, really pretty. But from the pictures on their website, when I bought it, it looked like it was the same smooth, shiny leather that I had experienced with the Rachel and with the Jolie. And you can see that it is not. So this has a pebbled texture, but it's a natural leather texture. And you can see the sheen to it. This also has a sheen to it, sort of, but it's definitely a man-made pebbled texture. It's too even. It does not even really look like real leather anymore. It's starting to look like vinyl or plastic. And I know they say it's not, and they say it's leather, but if it is leather, it is now the thinnest top grain of leather that you could get. You can tell it's just backed with stuff, and it's not bonded leather, I won't go that far, but it is a very, very thin leather with a man-made manufactured pebbling, whereas the old style was just the natural hide pebbling. Okay, you can see the difference there, I hope. So that was my first disappointment, but I thought, well, it is durable. It's okay. I mean, it is a durable bag, and again, the straps are the polyurethane. I think the shoulder strap on this one is also the same leather, at least on the top part. I think the underside is the polyurethane, and the bottom of it, I believe, is polyurethane. So now Fossil's starting to get more mysterious about the leathers they're using. I know a lot of people have questioned them through the years, and they kind of give different answers depending on who you speak to or who responds to your email, if that's the way you go. So, you know, I like this bag. It is durable, but the leather is not good, and it doesn't represent the Fossil name like I remember. So then the next one, oh, okay, that one, the Kingston satchel I got for $59 apparently, and it was regular $200. So now they're charging these really high prices, but you know, now it's switched to this kind of leather, I say in quotes, okay? So I don't know where they get their pricing from, but at this point I'm so disappointed in their leather that if I do want to try a Fossil bag, I make sure it's under $60 because that's all it's worth to me. So that Fossil Kingston I got for only $59. Excellent price. It's been a good bag, I have to admit that. They are still made well. They're sewn well. The lining is nice and tough. They're durable. The construction is good. The styles are good. It's the leather quality only that I'm disappointed with. So then I bought the Fossil Emory, and that was in 2023. I paid $59 for this, and this was listed as leather. Now look at the decline on the leather at this point. This one has been conditioned several times, and it's I have to say, I love the style of the bag. I think it's chic. It's really a cute saddle bag. This again is the Emory. I reviewed it when I got it, but it is the ugliest leather. And honestly, it's on my list for one of the next bags to go. I know this color is really in for the fall, so I'll probably keep it this fall at least. I love the style. It holds a lot, but this leather is hideous. It is so ugly to me. It's just, I don't know if they did it and they wanted a matte finish on it. It's just, there's like, it's not even coming across as bad as it looks to me in person. After it was stored for a while, it just got kind of bashed in and dented. And on this one, I can't tell what's leather and what isn't, because I'd say the underside of the straps are not leather. The outside might be the same leather, but this leather is such poor quality that I think it barely meets the definition of leather. So what has happened between now and then? I don't understand what they're doing with the leather. Now, the last one I got is the Shea Hobo. I just got this a few months ago, and it is a similar type of bad leather, but this one actually has a little bit more shine to it. I conditioned it with a conditioning spray because my regular conditioning creams did not work on either of these two bags. It just kind of sat on top, moved around strangely, not like you would expect leather to absorb something. And I love this little bag. I have worn this already a lot. I can tell that the underside of the strap is polyurethane. The outside could be the leather. The bottom is definitely polyurethane on this one, and then it has a crossbody strap. So the style is cute, the color is cute, it's a durable bag, but what has happened to their leather? And looking at how they have marketed them, the Shea Hobo now says this is light hide. And light hide, they say, is the tanning process that uses less water. This one retails for $230. I got it, like I said, a few months ago for $69. I thought that was reasonable. I really wanted something this shape and this color, and I have been happy with it. I have used it a lot, but I do not any longer buy a Fossil bag for the leather. And that's a shame, because I used to love Fossil watches. I used to love Fossil bags because you knew you were getting quality. They've been around forever. The leather was great, and you knew that it would be durable, hold up, and look like real leather. And then they started experimenting with putting bits of vinyl on it. What part? I don't know. We're not going to tell you. We're going to call the leather this. We're going to call the leather that. It's like recently, every year, they call the type of leather they use a different thing. And I think it's to kind of get you used to the fact that their leather sucks. It just does. On these bags that I have, that's what I'm witnessing. Now, I know that they have some other newer styles that are a smooth leather. I have not seen this particular one in person. There's one they have on their site called the Gilmore in smooth leather, and that's $395. Would I ever spend $395 on a Fossil bag again? Not after the leather that I have been getting lately. Absolutely not. So since the Fossil Kingston satchel, I got that one in 2023. Yeah, so for the last 2 years, I think something has happened with their quality and their leather. And, like I said, I know they have other bags available with smooth leather that might be nicer and definitely more expensive, and I'm not willing to spend the price to find out if it is actually better, because their leather has just been such a disappointment lately. So what do you think? Go ahead and put in the comments below your opinion on this. Do you see a degrading of the quality of leather that they have? Do you think it is even leather? I know it's been a question for a few years now on my videos that said, this isn't real leather, and it does not behave like real leather. When you put a cream on it or a lotion, nothing sinks in. It's like there's no pores. And it's not like it's necessarily coated with anything. It just is, to me, the lowest quality of leather on any bags that I've gotten recently. So anyhow, let me know your opinions below. Again, this is all just my opinion. Fossil bags are great quality as far as how they're made. Their designs are cute. I'm just talking about the quality of their leather right now. Anyhow, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time.